Hi everyone, I'm Evangeline right here at etrailer. Since every bike rack fits every vehicle differently, today we're going to be focusing in on how the Yakima StageTwo fits on a 2023 Nissan Kicks. Now the StageTwo is available in an 1.25 inch, 2-inch version. Also, you can get it in black or in gray. So no matter what type of hitch receiver you may have on your Nissan Kicks, if you really want the StageTwo, the good news is there is a fit for you. So how does this fit on the Kicks? The first thing I like to look at is the tilt-away function. This rack has a 60-pound per bike weight capacity, which could be a lot of weight coming down. One big thing is, even though the Kicks is lower to the ground, while this tilts away pretty far down, it doesn't hit the ground, so your hands are not at risk. Next up, over here, plenty of space between the car and the bike rack. Look at that clearance, no worries there. If you're a type of person that likes to switch out your shoes because of your pedal style, or you have your helmets and your backpacks in here, good news is you can get all of that without having to take your bikes off. Now bringing this back up, if you have this rack fully loaded, I do recommend just being prepped for that lift. Good news is once you're in place, snaps into place and you're ready to drive. Now, how is your bike loaded onto this rack? You have 2 touch points. The first is going to be your front wheel mount. The second is going to be your rear wheel strap. This strap goes over your rim and secures in place. This does slide along for those different wheelbases, so that's pretty cool. Coming over to the front, I recommend having one hand on your bike and the other hand on your hook. This hook, by the way, has its own cable lock, so that way each bike can be secured. I'm going to press this lever here, lift up on that hook, push that hook down, and now I can grab the bike and go. Something to note here is how high I am lifting the bike up to get it off the rack. Since the Kicks is a little bit closer to the ground, that wasn't as high of a lift. However, for those heavier bikes, you may want to consider an add-on ramp. Now for that bike rack, you can see it has a tray style. So you have those cradles for your front wheel or front tire. Super heavy duty, very sturdy. The Yakima StageTwo is definitely going to be Yakima's tried, tested, heavy duty rack, but also still easy to use. Now this will have a little bit of length added to the back of your vehicle. So the good news is, since you have a Nissan Kicks, you already have a small car, so you have room to spare. Measuring from the bumper to the end of the rack, I have it at around 36 inches or 3 feet. That's a lot of length, something to be mindful of for those small garages or small parking spots. You'll be able to see here the stadium seating where one tray is higher than the other, and that means if you have 2 similar shaped bikes, you're gonna have less work making sure that both of the bikes fit together. You're gonna have more clearance is what I mean between the handlebars. Now that height means that that last tray sits about 20 inches off the ground, which is pretty good. Steep inclines, even though the Kicks could potentially bottom out at the end, that height means it's a little bit higher up. And it's also not too high where, unless you have an extra heavy electric bike, then you should be good. Do be mindful that the weight on that bike rack may lower the end of your Kicks if it's not ready for it. That's why it's very important to double check your hitch capacity when you're loading it up with bikes. Now let's bring this up into the compact position. Measuring again from where we measured earlier, bumper to the end of the rack is now 11 inches. So big difference compared to when it was down. This is how it looked like to all the people behind you when you're driving around town. You have full visibility through that rear window, full visibility of your taillights, not full visibility of your license plate. Your backup camera sits right where that bracket is. So you are gonna lose visibility out of that camera. Please check your mirrors, middle and the side ones when you are backing up. So with all that being said, This is going to be a really good bike rack for your bikes of different shapes and sizes. Whether you have a small road bike or an extra heavy electric bike, you're going to be good to go. Be mindful of the height. You may have to lift up your bikes. Most times you'll be perfectly fine, but if you want that extra ramp to make life a little bit easier, it is available for the Stage 2 here on our website. Double check your hitch receiver on your Kicks. If you don't yet have one, you can always find one here on our website, or give us a call and we'll help you find the custom fits for you. Whether it's your hitch receiver or the bike rack that will go into the hitch, we got you for your journey. But today, this was a look at the Yakima StageTwo bike rack on a 2023 Nissan Kicks.